Stylish enough to be on your bedside table, but this is for your car. Come to think of it, that sounds intentionally dirty because you generally use it for bogies or splitting gum into, I guess. So if you haven't been following my new Tesla Model Y journey, I picked up this beautiful right-hand drive Berlin Model Y just last month. And it was actually one of the first right-hand drive Model Y variants made available in the UK from Giga Berlin. And with every new car purchase, it's only natural to want to add a personal touch to the car through purpose-designed and built accessories to do either one of three things. That being to add further convenience, comfort, or to protect the vehicle, and particularly for me, accessories that anyone can add or insert with absolute ease. That, to me, is the ideal accessory to purchase. Having owned a Tesla Model 3 beforehand, I had a good idea of what a new car accessory shortlist needed to look like in this time frame, and in the end, there would be a few more exciting additions that I wouldn't have thought of initially. This shortlist was as follows: 3D style floor mats, a center console and armrest storage, a screen protector, and whilst I know that one isn't a wild selection, it does what it says in the tin, as it's a true story. My Tesla screen protector previously saved me thousands of pounds or dollars on a new screen just by having protection, and I'll add the photo on the screen so you can actually see what I mean. Anyhow, these were my must-have day one purchases I wanted to have in place when I actually picked up the vehicle. In addition to this list, there probably should have been at least one more, that being third-party wheel covers. And having tried and rated many different designs on the Model 3, I understood the value provided most by those wheel covers. However, truthfully, I have yet to settle on a design to my liking, so that one will follow probably shortly once I've actually made my mind up. So what accessories did I settle for and why? Well, the selection of accessories you're about to see and what satisfied my shortlist have kindly been supplied by Jowua. If you haven't heard of Jowua, it is a global brand that has embedded itself into the Tesla community. They have well and truly earned a global reputation as the go-to provider for Tesla accessories outside of Tesla itself. And for me, I like that they have an in-house team that are ambitious with their design choices, and yet they don't stay still. They introduce new products every month, simply aiming to provide Tesla users with high quality, unique and convenient accessories. So in today's video, I will unbox and show you all the products sent to me by Jowua before demonstrating how to install each product and finally wrapping up with a real world review of 1 month's worth of ownership. Despite these being installed after just a day or 2 or 3, I can't remember exactly, I wanted to actually hold out for a month just to actually get a feel for the use cases of these accessories and not just make a first impression observation. So hopefully this will be your well-rounded insight into the best Tesla Model Y starter accessories to buy from day one. And if you are interested in any of these products, what you want to do is head over to my affiliate link in the description of the video so you can actually grab yourself 5% off with my discount code. Right folks, before I actually get into it, please can you give the video a cheeky like and subscribe to see my 2024 Tesla Model Y journey if you're interested in weekly videos. Let's get straight into it. So this is your first look at the easy to fit tempered glass screen protector for the main display of the vehicle, and it comes with a 4-year and 100,000 mile warranty, and this is their matte design option. What's unique about the matte design option is that it will actually mitigate grubby fingerprints and act as a layer of anti-glare in addition to its main purpose of actually just being a screen protector. So that's why we have the screen protector protection over the raw option. But frankly, the added value of the Jowua design is that you can have a perfect alignment with next to no bubbles thanks to the step-by-step template application. The next accessory forms one of my bonus items that supplements my shortlist selection of the center console and armrest organizers. Now, this LED bar is effectively a mini lightsaber, or better known as a handy rechargeable light stick. And you'd mostly use this when something drops into the passenger or the driver footwells and you just want a bright light to quickly look into a bag, or maybe you want to look at the tires at night because you got a suspicion that you do have a puncture or something. Next up, this isn't the most exciting product to own out of the box, but think about the future convenience and partially the cleaning convenience in both the front and the rear cup holders, as the rubberized design allows for additional grip and it's easily removable and washable. Naturally, the cup holders themselves are just a perfect storm for moisture and stickiness, so fluff, dust, crumbs, you name it, they just head straight for it. So I'm thinking about future Adam and their time spent cleaning with this addition. This is then followed by a super must-have on the shortlist, and that's because, embarrassingly, my Model 3 center console and armrest storage was nothing short of organized chaos. Determined not to make the same mistake again, so I could actually find cards or coins with ease this time round, I was actually determined to have a dedicated solution for the Model Y that actually holds the LED light bar perfectly too, which also has a few other tricks up its sleeve over the Tesla OEM version, so do stay tuned for that. Heading on to another crucial upgrade that made it onto my must-have Model Y starter accessories. This currently comes with a bonus combo set with 2 other accessories. One, again, I haven't considered, but I'm glad that they did include it, and a second one adds a layer of convenience for passengers, especially kids or bogey flickers. And yes, I really did say that. This will make more sense in just a second. Crucially for me, these floor liners or mats were 3D designed, so they offer a raised edge, and when combined with the waterproof material, this means they are effectively designed for messy children and offers protection from all sorts of angles, as it's purposely designed to fit neatly to fill all the floor foot passenger space, and the raised edges are just neatly aligned to protect the carpeted sections from dirt, mud, rain, snow, you name it. As the family car, this was essential for me, particularly because my son plays football on the weekend. I can be reassured that I can just wipe down or wash the liners down with ease, especially as we head into the winter months. And I'll discuss the 2 combo accessories with the installation next. However, if you can't wait, don't forget you can just check out the Jowua link in the description of the video alongside my exclusive discount code. So kicking off with the hands-on and install of the first accessory, let's start with the screen protector for the main display, for which I can only describe as a no-brainer for all Model 3 or Model Y owners, as the repair costs, including labour, can be around £1,000 if you damage your screen and you want to replace it. Therefore, it's an expensive repair when you can simply add a screen protector to help prevent the unexpected. It's as easy as putting your display in screen clean mode, and that's under the display settings of your car. And this screen clean mode is going to help us wipe the slate clean of all the fingerprints, which have only collected for me just over the course of those couple of days here. And for this, we start with the screen wipe provided by Jowua, and I did a wiping motion in a horizontal as well as vertically before doing a circular motion to finish it up. Now this will leave a slightly wet residue on the screen, and that is expected, but Jowua also include a microfiber cloth to successfully dry up any wet residue on the screen. And the visual improvement is already noticeable even on camera. So now we can finalize the cleaning process with the provided dust absorber. And the only way I can describe this is effectively a sticky piece of paper to collect any dust particles following the microfiber step. And once you are satisfied that the screen is super clean and there is no dust particles that will hamper the application of the protector, we can actually push on to applying the screen protector. And this starts with the removal of the first film layer before popping the purpose-built template onto the screen. And without knocking any phones or cameras is advised. Once it's correctly balanced on the screen, you'll need to firmly swipe across all 3 lines here to help the screen protector really stick to the screen. And what I noticed late on is that you can actually use the provided squeegee just to help you, as you can see here. Then as you remove the template from the protector itself, if you are left with any air bubbles, don't fear too much, as this is probably from the additional layer on top of the protector itself. So that will just peel away with some incredible satisfaction, and gone with it will probably be those big bubbles previously mentioned on screen. And in my case, I only had 1 bubble remaining that I can actually slowly rub out with the provided squeegee. And once you are happy with the end results, you then have a perfectly aligned screen protector that is now Pro anti-fingerprint magnet, anti-glare, and rated at 9H hardness for scratch protection, making it an essential addition for all Model Y or Model 3 purchases. And this will not only help avoid potential issues like a scratched or cracked screen, it will also mean that you shouldn't need to clean the screen as often. Next up is a super easy install and a must-have for those dirty drivers or coffee or energy drink lovers. The Model Y and Model 3 cup holders are large and versatile, but if you do have them 250ml skinny cans, well secured, they do tend to have a lot of movement in the cup holders, and therefore with the rubberized grip design, just helps those drinks be a little bit more stabilized in the cup holders, which means that there's going to be less drinks sloshing around in the holders itself. even if you're a non-drinker in the car, this is just an awkward spot that, as I've said before, is just a general hot spot for dirt and grime. So the holders will give you a layer of protection and a cleaning advantage. Heading over to the center console organization, and I'm not proud of this. I did this throughout my whole time with the Model 3. The storage here in both areas is pretty deep and generous, but that makes it too easy just to dump everything in everything. You blokes out there probably know exactly what I mean, and I surely can't be the only one that does do this. But anyway, this isn't the optimum way to store multiple items in the compartments, as you would have guessed. Particularly, it makes it hard to just retrieve those smaller items such as cards, coins, even cables. Therefore, Jowua's tray organizers successfully have entered the chat, and these come in different colors and designs on the website for your own optimizational preference here. And this has a major advantage over Tesla's own version. That design advantage is the thought has gone into the potential cleaning process of the trays, and that's because it has a unique rubberized insert, which, you guessed it, is again fully washable, but also grippy to prevent coins from moving whilst in motion. And this is a common theme with Jowua products, and you find that they are well and truly focused on just those minor little details that are appreciated by the everyday folk, and these little advantages are ultimately the step up over those cheaper alternatives that you can find. But once you are happy with your organisation, this tray can slide back and forth, as you can retain storage underneath for larger items still. The Armrest tray is a similar design as before, but I found this shelf is uniquely designed for a controller and an LED light bar. This can be recharged via USB-C, and it does actually come with a cheeky free USB-C cable too. With this tray, you still have full access to the 12-volt point should you need it, as well as storage underneath if you just simply lift up the tray. Moving on to a freebie that I didn't know was a Model Y essential, as the Model 3 didn't have this particular issue, so that's why I learnt it myself late on. That is the fact that the ventilation covers under the driver and the front passenger seat is fully exposed, meaning if a small foreign object like keys, food, coins or small toys were to enter the vent, this would be quite labour intensive to actually retrieve, and potentially that's going to be costly, especially if it actually does get into that ventilation system. Therefore, you can buy these covers separately, but from a deal perspective, they are actually currently included with every floor liner purchase that you do through Jowua. So do factor that into any cost comparisons against any other mats or floor liners that you may be considering. The install is clean and idiot proof, as the cover is a breathable mesh-like material, and on the facing side to the bit that actually does make contact with the carpet, it isn't an annoying Velcro type material. Instead, it's a smooth, grippy like material for which once it's on, it's not moving without any force anyway, and it shouldn't cause your carpet to fray as a result. Once you finish with the ventilation covers, this was one of, if not the most important accessory purchase for me, and this is the all-weather floor liners. Now, Jowua sell both left-hand drive and right-hand drive variants of the mats, so do ensure that you do buy the right one, or the correct one should I say, to avoid disappointment. I also kept my OEM Tesla floor mats in the bags in the box from the Jowua packaging in case the vehicle is traded in or sold back to Tesla at any point. But as the product has been accurately designed to be super snug, there is actually a little knack to fitting them more smoothly, and that is to actually retract the front seats, and once it's fit in the floor, it will easily line elsewhere. To repeat why these are actually an upgrade over the standard Tesla mats, British weather is usually very wet and horrible, and with the combination of mud from the football fields, etc., these mats will not only look smart, they will actually provide incredible practicality with the 3D style design to protect the carpeted sections of the interior, and it's also totally washable. And that's going to be an ideal design choice for those extreme cases where there is a vomit incident or there is a spillage of a sugary fizzy drink, for example. Two scenarios where you just definitely don't want to have carpet. If you've seen the lip towards the bottom of the mat, this is actually an intentional design choice, so you can actually store an umbrella or even a flask on the mat, and that just actually prevents it from moving around in the footwell, for which again is testament to Jowua's unique and forward-thinking in-house design team. And if you want it, you can actually purchase a purpose-built umbrella on their website. However, I do not own this one just yet to actually show you in a working environment, but I'm positive you can actually use your imagination on this one. The rear liner's coverage again is brilliant for kids, and I just like how high the sides and the mat go. It doesn't slack on protection. Even where your heels would be against the seat, there is additional protection here too. The final accessory that I've got for you is a handy little freebie with the floor liners. Just like the ventilation covers, that is a super stylish Jowua tissue box. Stylish enough to be on your bedside table, but this is for your car. Come to think of it, that sounds intentionally dirty because you generally use it for bogies or splitting gum into, I guess. Well, that's what I would use it for. I don't want to know what you'd probably use it for. Anyhow, getting back on point, it's designed to be located just behind the armrest and within the foot space of the middle seat passenger. Thankfully, it doesn't take up any footwell space as it's installed just higher than the floor liner itself. And that's thanks to the inclusion of a temporary shelf solution, which does include a Velcro-like grippy strip. Note that once it's actually on, it's not likely to move as the shelf is actually more secure than you think, so it does hold the weight of the tissue box. All you need to do is buy the tissue supply, and then your backseat bogie flickers can safely bury their evidence at their leisure. So to conclude, how have these accessories fared with my 2024 Tesla Model Y over the past month, and should you give Jowua products a shot, especially with my exclusive discount? Well, as you saw, everything was installed with ease, with next to no tools. Even the screen protector has an easy to follow step-by-step instructions on the box, and the mats are truly living up to expectations, as the kids somehow just make mess in the back. You know what kids are like. I use the front cup holders every day. Even the center console drawers get used, though admittedly I am actually getting used to it being tidy for once, which does actually take some time to actually adapt to. But I just feel as a general Kickstarter of accessories, all of these accessories, you know, they're just a great starter point to have. And having lived with the car for around a month now, I've also identified some other areas that could use some protection for convenience. That for me is some sort of protection for the rear of the front passenger and the driver's seats, and that's just prevent scuffing from the passenger's shoes, which has already happened in such a short time. It's just to save time cleaning it in the future, and also preventing permanent damage. Then I'd also like to pick up some trunk or a boot liner for that same reassuring protective layer in the boot. I'm just working with a blanket for now, so it hasn't been an essential purchase for me. However, I know that Jowua do have a boot liner, so that will do the job too. So that will follow at some point, along with potentially some wheel covers for real rash protection. Therefore, do keep a lookout for those future additions. And if you have enjoyed today's video, do give the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to share the video with any friends or family that may find this video beneficial. You folks have been great, and I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.